just to show you that it's not all smash and grab. The Germans in turn 4 are playing a little more conservatively this turn. Up in the north we have removed all of the Dutch units, and for the dump capture I decided just to consolidate all the dumps and put them at the furthest point away after I'd rolled for them, and just to make my life easier rather than spending an hour counting hexes and doing stuff, we'll just shove them furthest distance away. So all the captured T's and SP's are up there. There's a whole 3. We may or may not worry about it, but I do have substantial supplies, local supplies here that need to be moved or brought into the battle. And so I got pretty busy doing that, and then realized that I'd now used all my trucks in this sector, and we had real struggles trying to bring enough supply in for this area. And that's primarily because all my headquarters were in move mode, so I couldn't bring the 20 SP on board anywhere near these guys, and it was quite a bit of juggling to sort out how to get everyone fed. We also had some isolated SS units who we should be okay this turn. They'll pop those 2 units there, and then that'll crack things open a little bit for us. But all in all, other than this little effort here, which it's just one weak unit there that I wanted to try and use as an opportunity to break across the canal and establish a small bridgehead, so that would then give us 2 or 3 locations where we're across the river. And then let's encircle Liege, get all those units out of the battle, and we'll focus on cracking this next line. This is not going as fast as I hoped it would up here, which is a little frustrating, but that's okay. Finally decided to get the 7th more into the battle, 7th Panzer. They're going to put pressure from the other angle with the goal of capturing this hex here. That will cut the rail to Liege and accelerate our acquisition of Belgium. You don't even want to know what we did down here. It just got... we spent a lot of time counting truck hexes and wagon hexes to get everybody fed and watered. Even though we did manage to bring a fair amount of supply up, I was cautious with it because next turn we're going to need a lot of it to resume our offensive. I decided to pull back across the canal in one location and reinforce these panzer groups with some infantry that would be able to absorb some losses. The loss last turn of these 2 units, and another guy here I lost as well, kind of concerned me a little bit. I'm not frightened yet, but these army battalions and regiments here, they're all battalions, I think. Whilst not overtly overwhelming, they are a threat, and I know there's another one back here. So if there's the first is here as well. So the French have got 3 divisions of armour, and they've managed to bloody my nose twice with a heavy helping of artillery. So we've got to be pretty careful, I think, as the Germans, otherwise we're going to have our offensive capability bled away a little bit. Losing one battalion's fine, but losing 4 or 5 is not cool. So we're going to consolidate some forces, get some of this infantry moved up, bring up the 3rd motorized, and we've got a nice gap here that we're not going to lose. And there is not a lot of means for the Allies to, prevent a breakthrough if and when we decide to do that. Now, we do have the clock running against us, but we've still got a good 10 turns to sort shit out down here. The persecution of the... Well, let's leave that for another video. We'll talk about the air war in a second. I'm still struggling a little bit with that, but things are getting better. All right, not a lot of action down here. The French consolidated, the Germans consolidated, and we'll just see what happens down there. All right, the next turn, well, we're going to finish off some combats on the fourth turn. We've got these here. We've got some battles up there across that canal. And there's, yeah, that's right, the 7th is going to execute its attacks, and that'll be the German turn, a pretty mild turn compared to the first 3.